What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I am your host, Darrion Gray. To my left, I have In Order, Ill Will, Saucy, Dave, Teah J, Pedro, and Terrance. We got the Chief in September himself behind the cameras. Thank you for joining us once again. This is the podcast by TSU Sports and Professional, but y'all know that already. So let's get to why y'all are here. TSU basketball. We're gonna start with the ladies. Had a good year this year, you know. Had a couple people emerge. Mm-hmm. Fell off to Grambling in the first round of SWAC, but
that's tough.
It was good. It was a good year.
It was straight. They finished 15-15.
So
had an 11-7 record in the SWAC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mitchell going up first team on SWAC. Isis Lane second team. They did pretty good with the season. They did pretty good.
And I'm interested to see because the two people that you just named, neither one of those are seniors, which means as long as no transfers or anything happen, they'll be back. And Isis has been here since her freshman year. So I would definitely bank on her coming back.
She's a vet.
You know what I'm saying? Naya just came in. She seems to love the TSU experience. So I would, bet on her coming back.
Right. Naya's really the heart and soul of the women's team. Like, with her coming back, that's something that they could build off of for senior year. Especially with the new recruits that are coming in. That's something they could really build off of to have a great year.
Facts. I don't even know if y'all know, but, they have two. I think they freshmen too. The centers, they're like 6 foot.
Oh,
yeah, they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, they're gonna be something serious. They'll be serious.
They cool though.
That was because that was the strength of the team this year. The paint. Yeah. Naya works in the paint, so she kind of the quicker one in the paint. Isis is a big in the paint, and then we had Catherine. I hate saying her last name because I don't want to mess it up, so we're gonna call her Catherine O. She was, I don't want to mess it up, but. She was doing really good, and we had a lot of people work. Shea Brown, those last two were seniors, so they're not gonna be here. And now you got the twins coming in. So the strength of the team is definitely in the bigs. So I'm interested to see how this transitions. And I just want to congratulate our team for doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Those two players got SWAC honors. You know what I'm saying? Little hand clap, holla back.
So Naya Mitchell finished the season with 13, 12 overall doubles this year. She was really a standout too.
Yeah, did a fantastic job. Shout out to everybody. You mentioned you got KK Turner. I don't want to leave anybody else. KK Olivia, they came in, they pitched in, they transferred here. Mm-hmm. So it was a fantastic year. I really built up a good relationship with them ladies out there. They some cool people. I rock with them and the Coach Hayes.
Yes, and
they all
coach. Great season to the coach.
Oh yeah,
all cool people. They were very welcoming.
Yeah. So, I honestly can't wait to see how they're gonna perform next year too, especially with the team coming back. So they're gonna be hungry too.
Get a couple more shooters. You know what I'm saying? Shelly, dang, how I miss Shelly. I miss Shelly. I've been talking about. Every time she hit a 3, I was yelling.
Yeah, come on. You want Shelly fans. Come on, man.
All right, Shelly, she was the 3-point shooter and defense. A crowd favorite. And salute to our seniors going off. McKenna Puinge. They say it's RTSU. It's a lot of people. I apologize if I left anybody out. But thank y'all all for y'all participation. We appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And towards the men's had a little bit more success this year. Mm-hmm. They made it to the SWAC finals and unfortunately lost to the hated, the despised,
the disgusted,
the in-state rivals.
Rivals for sure.
But dang.
They lost.
I was trying to go dancing.
For real, I was trying to go dancing too.
But unfortunately, we lost the PV in the SWAC finals. But it was a good year.
But fortunately, one thing that came out of that, we got invited to the CIT tournament that is going on.
And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second before we, right after we highlight some of the players and what they done.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
So
can't leave them out.
Jeremy Combs. Combs had let's just say he put a lot of awards on his mantle this year.
Yeah, he won
Player of the Year.
My man won Newcomer of the Year, Player of the Year. My man said
and first team all SWAC.
Oh yeah,
all in his first year at Texas Southern.
My man's really said, "How you let me run it down here when I'm not even from around here?" My man been showing up all year, averaging 16 and 10 SWAC tournament play. He been going off, especially when Trayvon Reed got hurt in the middle of the year. He really stepped up and everything. It really impacted on the court. So that's really the main thing that had him with a pretty good season.
One of the main factors for the team finishing in the final of the SWAC tournament. So did very well.
And then you also had some players on the perimeter. You had because we had a new coach this year. Because we're not just focused on the Coach Jones. He came in. He has a nice little pedigree. Came in from UNC, then he went to LSU. Last year he was in Nevada. and this year he not transferred, but he took the position over here with us, and he brought his son along, John Jones, which was one of the perimeter guys that I was talking about.
He seemed like he's forming like a good bond with his players too, because one thing that was asked of him like as the season ended, like how was your experience in your first year, and he said like I really enjoyed like the culture here, I really enjoyed like, the players and the energy that they brought. So I feel like he could really build off this team and the next new recruits coming in. And also one thing about the new recruits next year, this one player Damon Harge that's coming in, a new point guard.
What's up?
Oh,
He
yeah.
tough.
I'm gonna give out more information about him next year, but he's gonna be something serious that y'all need to look out for, especially for real.
Okay.
We have a leaving class of 7 seniors, so a lot of spots needs to be filled, and hopefully with that point guard, can do well.
7 seniors.
Yeah. One interesting fact about him too, in 6th grade he was ranked as a number 1 11-year-old in the nation, and he had a viral video on YouTube of him as well too that was going crazy, but we'll find out more about it.
Look at Wilson.
Look at
Wilson. You be on YouTube all day, don't you?
You don't even watch TV. You don't watch TV, brought me on
How you
YouTube
find
all
the 6th
day.
grade, man?
I mean,
What are you doing?
Hey, like I said, y'all gonna find out more about it.
And he was
next
looking
year,
for
so I'm
D-Wade and LeBron kids
shut
and
about it.
came across
Fact.
this dude, man.
Fact.
All right, look at you doing your homework. But we talking about point guards, we talking about seniors. We can't forget, one of the passing wizards that we have on the team, Tariq Armstrong.
Yeah, he's gonna be missed a lot too. He's gonna be missed.
He's a junior.
Yes, junior, so he'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
He'll be back.
I'm thinking
Definitely
somebody
a key
else.
player to the team, always putting up points and assists as well. So.
Oh yeah, he was also a good energy player for the team too, and also like I said in one post game interview we did, we said then one game they lost against Southern, and we said like when Tariq comes back, he's gonna put in more impact on the team because he brings in the defense, he brings in leadership, assists, all that to the team. So as soon as he came back, they gave him a little run. But
It's crazy because I think most of it here have played sports at one time or not, and if we haven't, then we definitely watched it. And it's crazy how some people just show out and they wouldn't even have had their opportunity if something didn't happen. Tariq wasn't supposed to start. He started that we had a 11-game win streak, or was it 12? It was 11. It was 11 going for 12 when we lost.
Should have been 12, but yeah.
And during that, the first game of the win streak was when Tariq started. And he started the whole win streak. And then we fell on the one where he didn't start. He came back in and we had a little mini run in the tournament. And I always just thought it was funny that, he comes in, we won a little bit. But if Jalen Patterson never gets hurt in the middle of the year, Reed doesn't even get this opportunity. Yeah, now, I'm not saying we wouldn't have gone on the street, but it's just amazing when you look at the season so far. It's like there's always somebody that you didn't see him coming, and then something happens.
I feel like Tyreek and Jalen, they played well together when they were both in. Mm-hmm. So definitely props to both of them. Mm-hmm. Even when Jalen was hurt, or he continued to play.
I'm very interested to see what Reek does next year with a lot of the other guys out there. So they, like we said, the team fell in the SWAC final, so they didn't go to the NCAA tournament. But they did get invited to the CIT, the Campus Insiders Tournament.
Mm-hmm. This is the College Insiders.
Oh, the College Insiders. I always messed that up. I appreciate it. See, Pedro, this is why we keep you on payroll, brother. This is why we keep you on payroll. And don't tell me you're not getting paid like you did last time, bro. Like, that's why we keep you on payroll, man. That's why we keep. And he told me, he said, I don't get paid. I said, all right, bro, my bad. It's just figures.
That's tough.
That's tough. Hey, look, it's in the mail. It's in the mail. But the College Insiders Tournament, and they face UNO, University of New Orleans, at Lakefront Arena in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And they came away with the victory. Shout out to Justin Hopkins. Dropped 20 points, showed up at the right time. Had a really good, I want to say it was a season high. Yes. So I had this season high at the right time. Like, look, we couldn't ask for the right
players on the step up at the right time.
Yeah, like for Hopkins, in the lead up to this game, he's been played like from the bench. So the most he'd gotten was like 15 points, but 15 minutes. And this game, he had like around 32. So he was one of the main reasons why TSU came out on top.
32 minutes, God.
32 minutes for 20 points. I mean, and 10 rebounds.
Sure.
That's a pretty healthy minutes.
32 minutes?
That's a pretty healthy
That's
minutes.
That's a jump. But yeah, they just, like I said, they just won against UNO this week. on Monday the 25th, they'll be going against University of Texas at Rio Grande Valley. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we just continue that going.
You know, to add in a bit of perspective, TSU's win over UNO, it's the first time they ever advanced to the second round of any national tournament. And the last time this has happened, it was in 1977. They came out, they beat Central State 89-65 to do it. And they eventually won the 1977 NAIA national title. So since there, from that time until now, they've only managed to win one game, which was last year in the NCAA tournament, the first four. And I believe this school should take this victory and hold it dearly because it's a very big deal. I mean, I took it a very big deal after they won, and I believe everyone else should.
Hey, one thing about it too, we're gonna win some more. We're gonna win some more next year.
Yes.
And the next year.
Yes.
And the next year.
Of course.
It's all about that growth, baby. That's all it is. It's all about that growth. So we're gonna get it done.
Just gotta knock out Rio Grande Valley and just keep going. Yep. So, but transition into a different sport, we're gonna go into football real quick and talk about their schedule was just dropped, or it was recently dropped, and homecoming is gonna be on campus this year. Woo. So y'all can, if you live on campus, you can walk from your dorms. No one having to go catch the bus or walking over to the train to try to get to the soccer stadium for this game at least. You can literally walk through the student center parking lot. They're supposed to have food. They're supposed to have everything. It's going to be an event. It's like homecoming is.
Barbecue everywhere.
We've seen homecoming.
That's facts.
And we know there's barbecue. But it used to be you had to be like, hey, I think I'm going to eat around 11. No, I'm going to eat right before I go into the field now. And it's a new type of atmosphere. How do y'all feel about the move of having homecoming on campus? Because I've never had it.
That's going to be live.
I like it. It's going to be great.
Even though
it's going to be a packed campus. The Greek's going to be out. Everybody's going to be on
doing their thing too. Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be my first homecoming experience on this campus too.
Transferred this semester. I forgot about that. I forgot you transferred in this semester.
And I heard a lot of things about the school's homecoming too as well. So I feel like we'll have a good time.
I think this is great because easily the biggest problem with TSU sports is awareness, first off, of knowing when things are going on, and attendance. Like if y'all went to a football game, they're not
stressed. Like no one's there.
No one's
not saying that's an issue.
That's a problem.
That's an issue. I would hope with the fact that it's on campus, you get, because there's a lot of times freshmen they're like, oh, what's going on? Because it's right when the school year starts. They don't know what's going on. But it's pretty hard to miss a football game on campus. Like so I would hope that. And it's not as big as the Stalker Stadium, so it'll, you know what I'm saying, it should fill up.
Standing.
And I feel like it will.
That would be great.
And I feel like it will.
Most definitely gonna be standing.
I would hope that if it's not a stand, people standing. Come on.
I feel like it will grow too because like remember, like we got a new head coach this year too. Like the culture is set to change too. So imagine this like a couple years from now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy. What's his name again? What the coach's name?
McKinney.
Yeah, Coach McKinney.
Houston native. You know, he brought everything. Y'all been seeing him on Instagram. They've been showing all the stuff.
Yes,
look, the team is here.
Yeah.
The team is here. The Saucy is what they going. That's the hashtag this year. Ain't no more Texas Southern University. Nah, it's the Saucy.
They've definitely been promoting the football team a lot more, like you said, on Twitter, on Instagram. The coach is really putting the team out there and trying to get everybody to come in and get ready for football season.
And hopefully this recognition just turns into some victories.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, with very good marketing, I hope that many people will come to the homecoming game soon enough. Yeah, and also the spring game.
Spring game, April 13th. You know, quick little, you know, promotion.
And what about the flag football game?
And you got an alumni flag football game also on April 13th. You know what I'm saying? They say they want to mix the what you say?
At Durley Field.
Yes, Durley Field. You know what I'm saying? They want to mix the old school with the new school, and that's their motive. That's what they doing.
They should let the students play football.
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, you ever went to their rec thing? Boy, it's trash.
Oh, yeah, I know they trash.
No, I want to see some of the old timers. I want to see some of the old timers.
You wouldn't want to play? You wouldn't want to play, bro?
I've never played them. They ain't ready for this.
Exactly.
They ain't ready for this. You feel me? Because like I tore my MCL and my ACL and my PCT, and I couldn't really play like that. So that's why.
What you talking about?
I was supposed to be D1, but you know that happened. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, concussions.
It's cool.
But I smell cap. But it's all good.
I smell cap.
All right, now moving on to track and field. We had TSU relays here on campus just last week during the weekend right before school picked up between spring break. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. We had some athletes who really did some things out there. Yeah. We did some things out there. I want to start off with a story. You know, this guy Jacob Price, he's a senior, right? So, y'all know ain't no really other track meets on campus.
Yeah.
So this is essentially like senior night. And Jacob Price, he's a senior. And his feet mean everything to him because he's a runner. And he, cool. You know what I'm saying? He says it's a really emotional story he didn't share it. I haven't heard about it. And he was the anchor on the 4x4, an event that we hadn't won in years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Won that for the first time at TSU Relays, in a long time. And he shaved 3 seconds off of his 800 time. And now he's sitting at top in the SWAT. So I love that story. I just want to share that story. I think that's the perfect way to bring in what TSU Relays mean to us and to everybody. Phenomenal story.
Yeah, that's great.
What else did y'all hear about?
For our field events, our throwers did really good. Chris Allen took 2 top 3 finishes, including winning throwing and shot put with a throw of 14.84 meters, which is 48 feet and 8.25 inches. Also,
quick math.
Also, our another TSU thrower, Colby Williams, took second in a shot put right behind Chris Allen, throwing 41 feet 2 inches. So they did pretty good there in our throwing events.
Yeah, the throwers were on it.
Yeah,
the throwers were
strong.
Also, Allen took third in javelin with a throw of 41.95 meters. So
the field,
javelin, that sounds scary. Javelin, that sounds kind of like scary though. Like,
I mean, you throwing it away. As long as it ain't getting thrown to you,
right.
You good.
You never know where it goes.
You're done.
Yeah, you pretty
trash.
Like I ain't gonna lie, you pretty trash. You hit yourself with the javelin. You hit yourself with the javelin. I'm gonna need to check you.
You're a goof if you hit yourself.
But and to keep it on the field, the girls are doing really good. You know what I'm saying? Christelle Ninchu. I'm sorry, Fab, if I messed up your name. But she goes by Fab, and she went crazy. She was just racking up a whole lot of people. A whole lot of success. She had the first place in the shot put. She had the first place in the discus. And I want to say in the javelin, she was top 3. And in the SWAC as a whole, she's top 5 in the javelin, the shot put, the hammer throw, and the discus.
She can do anything. She can do anything, can't she?
She's on the field.
Okay.
She's ranked. She is ranked. So it doesn't stop. The list could go on and on and on. I got countless people to mention.
Hey, that's the thing about TSU though. We produce number ballers, number winners. All that versatility that she putting on, like that show that she could do like dominate more than any other event too, and that's really good too as well.
Yeah, and if we speaking about versatility, last time we was on the podcast, we talked about how Kyrie, she was in a pentathlon, which is five events. In getting there, she set her personal record in the 110 hurdles today, and I just look at her like, how puzzle pieces you can fit one place. You making a puzzle, it don't go one place, but not her. She can go anywhere that you need her. Anywhere the coaches asked her to be, she's done. She's done high. I've seen her doing high jump. I've seen her doing hurdles. She's a jumper too. I've seen her jump before. Like she can really do a multitude of things, and it's really impressive when you have somebody with that kind of versatility. So be ashamed if I didn't highlight that. That's for sure. Then on the field, on the track, and we had some other people, but on the track. Man,
we had a lot of second place people.
It was a lot, but I ain't gonna lie, it was running. We had some personal records. People were impressive. Tatiana Bryant actually got the 200 meter first place for the women, so that was impressive. And let me see, Raquela Robertson, who also did triple jump, came third in the 100 meter hurdles. Kaya had placed second in that, and the 4x4 relay won. And it was a good time. And even though this is my thing about track, y'all. My thing about track. My thing about track and why it's not my sport is because
you can't run.
That's tough.
So I have 2 reasons.
What?
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's tough. Is that you can't stop the opponent.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
For example, our 4x1 did not run bad. But it just so happened that they were in there with University of Houston, who is one of the best in the world. I think the best in the world.
Number one in the nation.
So
us finishing like top 5 alone against that competition.
It's tough because I can run the best time of my life, but if somebody runs the best time of their life,
you're done.
It's nothing much I can do about it.
Right.
Or if I could throw, and if they throw better, that's my thing about track. It's like, dang, that's why I like football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I thought the running back was gonna have a good game as a linebacker, I could go hit them.
Yeah, and don't you only have to do it? Don't you only have like one chance to do it?
No, you get multiple chances.
Oh. You get 3 tries.
Yeah, depending. Like if you're a field event, you get some throws.
You get like 3 attempts.
Yeah. And if you're a runner, you get prelims and finals. But that's always my tough spot about track and field is that man, I can't stop nobody. I want to be able to stop you from running better than me.
Yeah, for real, like basketball, I want to be able to lock you up on the court. I want to be able to,
work hard.
I only thing you can do, bro.
TSU relays was definitely an impressive thing. And moving on into baseball.
Yeah, that's bad.
You know, baseball, they're 2-4. No, about 2-4.
You're right.
2-4 in SWAC play. You know, other than Grambling, they ain't had no blowouts. They ain't been blown out. Like,
I mean, we
SWAC play, they ain't had no.
SWAC play.
Yeah, SWAC play.
Most definitely not.
They ain't had no blowouts. You know, in SWAC play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they 1-2 versus Grambling. My bad, Pedro.
Oh, that's all right.
1-2 against Grambling, 1-2 against Southern.
Mm-hmm.
So very impressive in going against and have a 3-game series with PV starting today and tomorrow.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why our overall record hasn't been very well is because we play teams like Kansas, New Mexico State,
Texas,
UT, LSU, that's it, Sam Houston, Tulane.
Facts.
I mean, it's kind of like the schedule the men's basketball team has like during the preseason. So, I mean, it happens, but
the record doesn't tell the whole story, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the good thing though. It's a good thing though.
Yeah,
it hones your skills.
Yeah.
And that 3-13 record, like everybody gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, the baseball team bad." Y'all ever heard about the Mighty Ducks? About how they that one movie, how they used to be talked about all the time and stuff. At the end of the movie, they end up winning the whole thing.
Weren't they hockey players though?
Yeah.
It's a metaphor. It's an analogy.
The moral of the story
is that see this team probably 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they'll probably be busting everybody up. So it's just things like this that builds a championship team in the future.
Yeah.
You know, the losses, all the heartbreaks and stuff, it just builds you up mentally for what's to come in the future. So I'm not too worried about this thing. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, some players to watch from the baseball team. Keanu Van Curren, he has 327 average. He has 1 homer, 10 RBIs, 16 hits, and .404 on base percentage. Ryan Diaz, 2.86 average, 16 hits, 9 runs, and 11 stolen bases. He's the engine of the team. Christian Sanchez, though, he's the best one for the team. He leads the whole batting statistic.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
He leads most of the team's batting statistics. He has a 340 average, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, 16 hits, 11 runs, and a 766 slugging percentage.
And what was his name again?
Christian Sanchez.
Man, shout out my boy Christian Sanchez, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Shout out my boy.
Keep it rolling.
You learn something new every day. Shout out Sanchez. But the softball girls, we've detailed some of their struggles earlier as well. But once again, it's when you're going against some of the larger schools.
Yeah, they just recently lost to UH Victoria, and they got swept the whole series. And the last game when they lost against them, they lost 3-1. And the first game they played against them, they lost 3-1. In the second game, they lost 6-3, and recently 3-1 again. So yeah, they got swept. Man.
But when you look at it, like I think that was you saying how it don't tell the whole story.
Yeah, the record.
You look at SWAC, they know anything. They undefeated in SWAC. They just swept Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. While we was at home kicking it, or Padre, Miami, whatever you trying to do, they was out here putting in work on that diamond, and they ended up with the 3-game series sweep of Mississippi Valley State. And now they're about to have, I'm talking about like a stretch. Like, you got to travel a lot. Not for right now. They're, until April 10th, they only have 1 away game. Like, I want to say they have upwards to 15 games, I want to say.
Yeah,
around
15,
there. Yeah. And they only have 1 away game. So they're going to be at Memorial Park a lot. So now they get to be sleeping in their own bed,
Getting all the support from the TSU Tigers,
So that's impressive. I mean it's a good thing.
This home stretch, they have to make use of it. They have, like you said, like 10 games at home. they have to make the most of it. They have to beat those teams that's going to play against them and lead the conference as a result. So.
Cause that's the most important thing. As long as you're doing good in your conference, you're gonna get into the tournament.
That's a big thing.
And once you get into the tournament, that's how you win SWAC champion. Like
all those non-conference games, just practice really. Exactly. We got the best practice in the world, facing all the best teams. So only time will tell.
Yeah.
So that is a conclusion of TSU sports. But now let's get into some things that doesn't exactly have to do with our university, and that is one of the most exciting times of the year. Let me get it. It's probably
agency.
Whoa. Too fast.
Too
fast. We almost there. We almost there. But one of the most exciting times for anybody, March Madness, because we all college students. We love it. March Madness. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, man, I woke up.
Everybody's bracket's done.
I'm gonna watch you.
My bracket's done.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna ask about y'all brackets in a minute. But I feel like it's a ritual to play Future March Madness on the first day. Like I don't listen to Future.
That's how you tweeted it.
I don't know why you don't listen to Future.
What's that, Alexa?
I don't
Why
listen
you
to Future.
decided that?
What? You don't to start March Madness? You don't listen to March Madness?
Tell him, T. How you feel?
Are you bugging?
How you feel, T?
Like, I mean, I don't like Future neither. Like it ain't my guy.
Wait, what's wrong with Future?
Wait a minute
What's
now.
wrong with, hold on.
Time at now.
Hold on, you sitting next to me all this time, man. You don't even like no Future? What you talking about?
What's going on? You can move seats.
This one starts good.
But no, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's gotta be, okay, let me rephrase. It should be a ritual for the first day of March Madness to listen to March Madness.
What you say, Alexa play?
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, look who saw my tweet but didn't retweet it. That's crazy.
Alexa play Big Rings.
No, not there yet.
Play the what?
Big Ring.
Big Rings. Whatever.
Oh, I know what song you're talking about.
But
not Drake.
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 Our HBCUs, we were just talking about PV, talking about how they'd rival or whatnot. But at the same time, they are HBCUs, and I kind of want to see them win. But them in North Carolina Central, unfortunately, lost in the play-in round, so they weren't able to make it in. So no HBCU teams this year. Last year, Texas Southern was one of the teams that played in and was able to make it into the 64. But this year, no SWAC teams, no MEAC teams.
Okay.
It's all good. It's always next year when Texas Southern returns.
It's gonna be next year. What you mean might be? It's gonna be next year.
So who y'all looking for this year?
You know what it is, Duke.
You know what it is, Duke.
You know what it is, Duke. You know what it is, Zion. You feel? Don't look at me like that. Who you got? Who you got?
See, y'all drawing way too into the Duke hype. The team that y'all should really be, y'all should be looking for is the North Carolina Tar Heels. We're the only team in the NCAA.
Hey, catch the shoes. Catch the shoes.
We did.
Show them the shoes, Wilson.
What you got going on?
Man,
show them the shoes.
Man, you got
the North Carolina Blues on your feet.
You got to represent the North Carolina Blues on your feet.
Hey, B.
That's what all time.
But they're going to lose. I'm just letting you know that. Now you can already beat them for the ACC championship.
Only by a couple points?
But Zion came back and what happened though?
Right.
All right.
Okay. We got something.
He got some new shoes. He's not wearing PGs no more, and he gonna dog y'all. As simple as that.
Man, y'all getting way too brainwashed right
You
now.
don't know what to say.
Zion a great player, but y'all. We'll see come tournament time. We'll see come tournament time. Yeah, I'm not taking none of that away. I'm not taking none of that away from Zion.
Just to remind you guys, there's 4 other players in the team, right? So it's
not
like
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish been averaging 8 points for the past 6 games.
Now you on Duke team. So now you want to
he's averaging 8 points the past 6 games. That's bad. For a top 10 draft pick, that's horrible.
What kind of wins they been averaging? What kind of wins they been averaging now?
Oh, they've been winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that Zion. It can't be just Zion.
You feel?
It can't be just Zion all the way because you need Trey Jones. You need Cam Reddish to step up like he has.
Oh, yeah, RJ.
You need RJ Bates.
I'm tripping. RJ really.
Like I said, Zion, y'all two.
RJ really number 1.
He's not hype, but
oh no, he's not hype.
RJ really number 1 though.
Duke's team is just solid.
But speaking of hype, there's another player who has stepped up in the first round.
Talk to him.
Ja.
Good God, Ja
Jam. You feel me?
Let's go.
He ain't had to dunk on that boy like that.
Good God, Ja.
He ain't even had to dunk on that boy like that.
Throwing him.
Yeah, he
throwing him.
He teamed me. Hey, appreciate you, Ja. You know what I'm saying? You got my bracket looking real beautiful, man. I knew y'all was gonna win that game. You feel me?
What?
Triple-double.
Do your thing. You feel me?
First one since 2012, 2011 with Draymond Green. Man.
Ja's scary.
Good guy.
He is scary. I see him as a Russell Westbrook with a consistent
top 5 draft pick right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They pounded on Marquette. On them.
I know D Wade was hurt. It'd be like that sometime, D-Wade. It's cool. I saw you and Gabrielle in your new commercial. That was cute, though. That was cute, though.
Yeah, so, meanwhile, speaking of March Madness, there's another Houston team that's going to participate in this tournament. It's Houston itself, the University of Houston, the Cougars.
Mm-hmm. Third seed. I mean, their current record is 31-3. I feel that.
They're like one of the few teams with 30 wins entering to the tournament.
Yeah.
So,
what
about the Cougars, huh?
Yeah, one guy on the team that you should watch out for is my boy Armani Brooks. He was in the same high school district I was in and graduated a year below me, something like that. And he's one of the best shooters on the Houston Cougars team, and he's averaging around 12 points, I believe, as we speak. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the teams that will be a catalyst for that Houston team to step over the plate. So shout out to Houston, best of luck to him.
And shout out to Ralph Sampson. He's been the man responsible for putting this team together. He's been a coach. No, not Ralph Sampson. Kelvin Sampson. Yeah, we know Kelvin Sampson. Yeah. Sorry about that. Mm-hmm. But last year, heartbreaker. Houston lost to Michigan.
That hurt.
I was at
UH when that happened. That hurt.
That was tough for y'all.
That hurt.
I wasn't even in Houston. I felt the pain. Oh my god.
It was just disastrous all around. Now this year they came back with a fire in their eyes, and now they're in the third seed. Their opponent's going to be Georgia State.
They play later on today.
Seed. They're playing today on TBS at 6:20 p.m.
Yeah. So we know y'all got Duke. You got the True Blues. You
feel me?
Who y'all got in y'all bracket?
Well, for me, I mean, I don't really go for any team because.
Come on, Pedro. Don't let me down, though. Come on.
No. He said he a TSU Tiger. He said he got school pride.
But
that's real though.
But since the team is not there and I have to choose,
let me know.
Looking at the bracket,
how you feeling?
I'll just have to say.
Oh no. You know what it is.
For me,
Carolina.
Don't play now.
Hey.
He's trying not to say that.
Hey, Drew.
Say Murray State. Just go with John Morant. Just go with Murray State.
Duke.
Hey. What?
That's my brother.
That's
my brother.
That's my brother. Pedro stood up like he just committed.
Yeah.
Dude,
he
stood up like he just got
committed. Little Pedro.
So what about you,
Terrance?
Y'all may be
sweating. Yeah, little Pedro. That's my brother from Northern Mississippi.
Yeah, they're in a favorable road to the Final Four.
Of course, always.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm going, a little under the radar.
Okay.
My people. I don't think they're gonna win, but I can root.
Okay.
You feel me? LSU.
Okay.
So not typically a basketball school, football school.
That's Sweet 16, Elite 8.
We'll see.
I feel it though.
We'll see. We here with it. I'm cool with that. Like I said, not a basketball school. So LSU. Yeah, that's all I'm rocking with. Shout out Johnny Jones. You know what I'm saying? Former school. You know what I'm saying? We here. We here with it. We need our coach back.
But you don't though. All right.
Yeah, he got suspended, but that's neither here nor not that guy. Not Jones. Wade, the current coach. He got suspended.
That's a situation in itself.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. It's a whole collegiate scandal. And Terrance is still over there shaking his boots because he doesn't want to put somebody on the tape. Who you rocking with? Who you rocking with?
Somebody. Suspension, though.
No, that's a whole different day. Who we rocking with? We got Duke, North Dakota State, VCU, UCF, Mississippi State. Stop me when you find somebody. Liberty, Virginia Tech. Wait, the list continues.
Are you going through the people?
You're going through the whole entire thing.
Who you rocking with, Terrance?
Just pick somebody.
Half of the team ain't going to be there tomorrow.
Hold on.
Pick somebody.
Watch out for Virginia. They're the first seed again. You know what happened last year? They lost to the UMBC in the 16.
Yes.
So
they down lose to another 15 seed.
They down right now.
Yeah, they down right now.
They down 30-19 as we speak.
Virginia?
Yeah.
No way. Let me
6:27 left in the first. But
that's why I got them losing in the third round. Y'all tripping.
Bro, man. What?
No way.
So it's March Madness, the craziest time of the year in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a quick question for y'all. What's bigger, March Madness or NBA Finals in your opinion?
It depends.
March Madness.
No, just in your opinion.
We're
not gonna have this long. We're not gonna have this long.
To be honest, it depends because for the last couple of years, people will argue that the NBA Finals been boring because it's been so predictable with Golden State and Cleveland. Yeah. But since the East is wide open in the NBA playoffs now, it could be a lot better.
Me personally,
it really just depends on the people.
I ain't gonna make it long with. I'm just rocking with March Madness because there's colleges everywhere. And there's a lot of people. Everybody it's madness. Exactly. So upset and everything. So,
but I understand.
Let's moving on to free agency and all of the moves that we making. How y'all want to start it? Odell or AB?
Odell.
All right, let's talk about them.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, let them know that I...
So, hold on.
Bring out the receipts.
Before you go, I ain't pulling out no receipts. But, put the camera on my boy Sauce Dave, you feel me? No, he did predict. But then again, if you say it enough, you be right. But we going to get to that. We ain't going to talk about that.
But I said it, though.
He did predict that Odell was going to be traded. He didn't say the Brown part. But he...
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Yeah, but he has been saying Odell was going to get traded.
I didn't see him already say he wanted to leave.
He been saying.
I thought they were going to get rid of Eli before
Odell. He was headbutting like the soccer goals and shit, but like nobody did anything before this.
But
and like really, Giants gonna trade their best player like for what? And then
is Odell their best player?
Vernon go to the Browns too.
I mean, in a way,
and you let Landon Collins sign a 6-year, $84 million deal with the Washington Redskins. So. What's T? But you kept Eli Manning, though?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you guys to our co-host, Terrance. Thank you for showing back up with us, you know what I'm saying? He said I showed up just for free agency.
I mean,
so speak your mind. But, I mean, to be honest, this is Saquon's team, though. This is Saquon Barkley's team. This is Saquon's team.
He's going to be one of the main weapons.
And it's a terrible way of doing it, but it seems like they've taken the leadership of Landon Collins. They've taken the superstardom of Odell, so that nothing can be focused on other than number 26.
And also they got Golden Tate.
They got Golden Tate. But everything is being built around Saquon, but they're also taking out some pieces that are perfectly usable.
Right.
So let's
not forget about Sterling Shepard, though.
I forgot about him when he came in the league.
He get a little older.
So
that's how you feeling?
That's how I've been feeling.
Sterling?
Sterling.
I'm just
that's very disappointing.
I'm just realistic.
Very disappointing.
He got two.
Nothing was there. Nothing was there. Nothing worked for them.
He's not trash.
It's crazy. You can say consistent, but when you're not got the good enough stats,
it's all good. Y'all lost.
You shouldn't even be sitting there.
Y'all lost. All right, we good. We good.
I would go for the Cowboys.
Ain't no embrace. Bad blood. Let's go and get there. So during spring break, I got a message from Mr. Wilson saying that Deshaun Jackson made the Eagles the most unstoppable team in the NFL.
Yes. Our team, man.
Not all these other moves. Just Deshaun Jackson.
Not just that. No, we also re-signed Darby for 1 year.
See, he hadn't got to that. That hadn't happened when he texted me that.
No, I'm saying
that hadn't happened yet. No, that hadn't happened yet, though. You texted me saying y'all was gonna stop him before that happened.
Okay, yeah.
So
y'all stopped.
I said it. I was confused. Y'all don't know how to keep healthy defensive backs.
Like I said, people don't listen to a Cowboy fan.
Don't listen to a Cowboy fan.
I'm not a Cowboy fan.
Look, our team right now.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna say this really quick. We're gonna go back
over here. We in the middle. What's happening?
I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna go back to the top of the Eagles. The moves we're making, we're signing a lot of defensive players. We re-signed Darby, which is he tore his ACL back in November. He didn't have a full year.
Can I stay healthy though?
Yeah. All right. I feel like that's the only thing that held us back last year from reaching our true potential was injuries.
I'm not a Cowboy.
And every time
I know you're not. You good. Saints, you good.
The Eagles are the best team in that division.
And I got someone to ask you about the Saints later.
I do think the Eagles are the best team, but it's gonna be a big competition between y'all two.
Is it really?
It is. Yes. It's always a competition.
See,
I like how you try to downplay us though, but we still won though. But it's good.
Y'all could have had so many free agency splashes this year.
We could have. I don't know what
went
Jerry
to y'all locker room after the game.
But you
said,
really got
Jerry
to think
Jones
of that.
Sign me.
But
what
Amari Cooper, you know how much money Amari Cooper asking for, fam?
Here we go.
You have to pay for him, fam.
Here we go.
And then Sean Lee, we really should have got rid of Sean Lee, but they didn't. I don't know what Jerry did.
Nah, there's no excuse for not getting Earl Thomas.
This man,
he's been campaigning.
This man told Jerry Jones,
I
want to play with y'all.
He ain't got no defense for that.
I don't. I really don't. I wanted Earl, fam.
He ain't got to get at him. He ain't got to get it.
Okay.
It is what it is. But Odell, hold on. We didn't even really get to the Odell thing. We just talked about the Giants.
Y'all lost in the playoffs just like us.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah. But look at next year, though.
Yeah, zoom in on him. He's salty. But, so check. Odell is now with Cleveland, and Cleveland is now my second favorite team because they have Baker Mayfield, they have Odell, and they have Jarvis. Yeah. And like I said, I'm an LSU fan. I love those two together at LSU. And they got the LSU wide receiver coach from the time they was there. Man, when I tell y'all, when I seen the news, I had to grab some napkins. I was crying, bro. I'm getting a little emotional right now.
You think Cleveland gonna be good enough to take down New England this year if they play their full potential?
No, wait a minute, you going too far.
See,
why not?
That's overreaction. That's a stretch.
That's definitely juggernaut.
Like let's slow down. Let's see them work together.
Everybody tell you about Cleveland and squad. I mean, that's the team they're gonna have to face in the playoffs.
It looks good. It does look good.
It look good.
So, but let's start small.
Look good on
paper. Yeah. Everything look good on paper. But you know what I'm saying?
The Rams looked good on paper going into the Super Bowl.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, that's a sensitive subject. So, that's a sensitive subject.
You're right though.
Speaking of the Rams, didn't they make like very good moves during this past week?
Yeah. Teah J, you got something you want to say about that when the Rams moves?
Yeah, get some off the real quick.
You know, Clay Matthews went to the Rams. I'm very sad because he left Green Bay after almost 10 years. So, you know.
Not that time.
I'm so sorry.
Too early.
Big surprise there.
Big surprise, yes.
And another surprise.
To be fair, he couldn't come back. They did sign two pass rushers in Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith. Like, it's not like he walked out the door. He kind of got the boot.
In a way. They wasn't going to give him the money.
He really got the kick.
Eventually.
And, I mean, a lot of Green Bay fans I've spoken to ain't exactly happy with the production from Clay Matthews. So, but they kind of give him the boot. Huh?
And they're going to have to be happy with the production of these two new.
I mean, they were some highly touted prospects, you know, in the free agency.
And big shout out to Randall Cobb. Come to the Cowboys. Big shout out to Randall Cobb for come to the Cowboys.
The best move y'all had free agency, but it's all good, you know. Any move was a big move for y'all.
Facts. Because I was very hurt when Cole Beasley left. I was hurt.
And called y'all trash.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming at all. I really didn't see that coming.
He did. And I agreed with him.
Yeah.
You agreed with him?
Bro. Because
at least like
it was on Twitter and a fan was like, we haven't won no games or something like that. Oh, because he went to the Bills, and so they was like, you're going to go to the Bills. The Bills haven't won no games. He was like, well, I haven't won no games with the Cowboys. I was like, well, Cole. All right, I can't say nothing about that, Cole. Hey, best luck to you. You one of my favorite players.
Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, man. Y'all make my year every year. I love y'all so much.
We beat
I probably never admitted, but I love y'all.
What's up with him, bro?
Oh, yeah. Actually, before we get on to another receiver, ain't your receiver put like 200 yards on them? Okay, cool. But AB went to the Oakland Raiders.
What are you talking about?
We got to that game, but okay. We'll get to that later.
Exactly.
Missed pass interference.
So Oakland Raiders have Antonio Brown. It's cool, bro. It's all right.
Like
we all know what year. It wasn't a lot of people year this year.
You know the Raiders also signed Burfict, right? Vontaze Burfict. Yeah.
And the interesting about him that's to be noted, him and AB, they have a little beef on the side too because I think it was one big hit that he had.
Oh yeah, like from the playoff game in like 2-3 years ago, Bengals and Steelers.
Vontaze Burfict,
he went for his head and everything.
And then you have both of them in the same locker room.
Oakland's going to be interesting, though, because it's really a project. John Gruden got a lot of talent on his hands, but then again, he has a lot of attitudes as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to work with that with the season.
John Gruden disappointed me with his record.
But you got to remember.
That's the first year.
Hey, now he got.
I was like, John, what are you doing, Mr. Quarterback?
Mr. Spider 2 eyes on
that. The most impressive thing about all of this is that he was able to fleece AB away from them. And he only paid the 3rd and 5th, so he still has 3 first-round picks.
And
so we're going to see what's going to happen.
So he going
to rebound. You know, but this is John Gruden, the guy that traded away one of the best pass rushers in the league and said, I need a pass rusher. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does.
And one question I do have for you, too, and you as being a Saints fan as well, there has been talk of, Teddy Bridgewater, they re-signed him to come back again. And would you say that he's the future of the Saints once Drew Brees retires?
Yeah,
I mean, for a man to fill in Drew Brees,
I didn't know y'all was Saints.
I mean, obviously he's gonna have like a lot of shoes to fill, but like I'm saying, as of now, Teddy Bridgewater with his potential, but also with his trouble with injuries. Do you think he'll be a good replacement?
Yeah, I think he'll be a good replacement. It's always important to realize that when you got a guy like Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. No, you're not about to get those guys in return. So, you know what I mean? You said what?
Ain't no replacement. Bitch.
It's not at all. It's not at all. So when you're getting there, it's like you can only get so much.
I mean, we were very fortunate to have like those kinds of players in one era. I mean, Manning, Brady, Brees. I mean, Rodgers too. I mean, it's very, very. We're very fortunate to have them in our lifetime.
To answer your question, I do like Teddy. I think that he showed me a lot, and I've seen him go up against insurmountable odds. Talking about the last game he played, and I was impressed. He did a lot, and I see that the organization trusts him. So yeah, I trust him as well. So I'm happy. I made a video about how he's the future. I like Teddy. He was on a good stretch before he got hurt.
Yeah, he needed a shot. Really, he just needed a chance.
It is what it is. But that's been our episode. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for showing up. Hey man, we gonna be right back at it next week. We appreciate y'all.
Know what it is.